surely the one you describe. In truth, it was sold by mistake, a result of my hasty departure from Huntington.
I must confess some embarrassment. Reading those familiar notes quoted back to me in a stranger's hand, I felt as if I'd dropped a love letter in the street. But that's what reading a book is to me, lingering over the parts I like, recording my insights and feelings. As long as I can remember, books have been my diary. Which brings me to wonder what kind of a man would call such vandalism inspiring. You've made me as curious about you as you claim to be about me. So, if I answer all your questions and tell you about myself as you ask, you must do likewise in return.
It turns out, about the time I arrived in Huntington, Sarah Parker left. She was living in Philadelphia now with her brother. She'd been to college, studied art. She even mentioned she'd been engaged once.
Cordially yours, Sarah H. Parker.
Hi, Mr. Davis.
Hi. Mr. Davis. So, you ready for this weekend?
This weekend.
The picnic, Rogers Hill Park. No. You are not getting out of it this time.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot.
That's too bad because Betty wants to meet you. Betty. It's always something with you. You got something about names?
No, I have a lot of work to do, and I
Does this have anything to do with that Charlotte Bronte of yours?
Who?
The writer, Philadelphia, what's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. You still writing each other?
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while. Remind me how old she is again?
I don't know exactly how old she is.
You've been writing each other all summer, and you never asked her age.
Yeah, I asked her age.
She said...
Didn't want to tell me.
She didn't want to tell you?
No. What?
I hope you like older women.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I know.
How?
I can tell.
How tall is she? What color's her hair? How much does she weigh? You have no idea, dude.
I have an idea.
Betty is a beautiful brunette. What about Charlotte Bronte?
She hasn't sent me her measurements yet. Maybe next letter.
Oh, I see. You two are on a higher plane.
Yeah.
What's wrong with asking her for a picture?
I don't want her to think I'm like that.
Like what?
Focused on that stuff.
Oh, you're waiting for her to ask first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. That'll make her think you're respectable.
I am respectable.
Yeah.
She did actually once write something about her age.
What?
She said, I'm as old as everything I've ever done, and as young as everything I still want to do.
What does that mean? That doesn't tell you anything.
That tells me everything.
It tells me she's a pensioner. Look, I'm picking you up on Saturday at noon, and you better be there, because there's going to be an extra girl in the car, and she's going to have your name written all over her.
Dear John, after all my prodding, I'm glad to hear you finally made it out to Rogers Hill. But tell your friend, the history teacher, that a blind date wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
What subject do you teach?
Mathematics?
Oh, I absolutely hated math.
You wouldn't if you'd have had Mr. Barnes.
Well, they say there's 3 kinds of people in this world. Those who can count and those who can't.
Isn't that the truth?
You did redeem yourself, however, when you told me that
All that afternoon, what I really wanted was to be in a tiny corner, writing you. If that sounds like a declaration, it is. Every time I write you, every time I read you, I feel a bit of my life happening.